Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is TEGA. If you're new on this channel, thanks so much for coming. I want to say thanks to all my subscribers. You are all amazing. Also, if you visit this channel from time to time but not a subscriber, thanks so much for coming. I'll be showing you how to make a long pointed shirt collar. Very easy. So let's get straight into the video. First of all, if you're going to use a pattern that you've drafted already for the color drafting, this is what you need to do. So you want to place shoulder to shoulder, the back panel and the front panel of your pattern. You want to place them together. And what I'll say here, most of the time, some people they add no seam allowance to the shoulder, and some do add half an inch sewing allowance. So imagine on this pattern now, I've got half an inch sewing allowance to join the shoulders together. I'm gonna overlap that. I'm just gonna overlap it by half an inch, right, before drafting the collar. The collar will be drafting is half of the collar round, right? This is just half of the entire collar we'll be drafting. So you're gonna take your tape measure and measure all the way around like that. So here I've got 9 inches, and you want to multiply the 9 inches by 2. That will give you 18 inches for the whole collar drafting, and that is for the collar stand. You would understand that in a minute. Using this shirt as a demonstration, imagine you have joined the shoulders together before drafting your collar. You would have to measure the neck all the way around, right? You're gonna take your tape measure and measure the neck all the way around. So I want you to imagine this shirt has no collar, but you've joined it at the shoulder. So you want to measure that bit all the way around to the hand like that. And that is for the collar stand where you would start drafting your collar. So that's it. That's where you're gonna measure, right? So I'm gonna grab my tape roll in a minute and show you what you need to do. So this is what you need to do. After joining the shoulders of the shirt, you want to measure from one hand of the shirt to the other and find the perfect collar measurement. Take your time, don't rush, so you don't lose any inch or centimeters. So go all the way around. As you can see here, I've got 18 and a half. So that's 18 and a half. And what I will need to do is to divide that 18 and a half into 2. Right, whatever I have, I'm gonna draft it on my pattern paper. So you want to fold your pattern paper over like this. One side of the paper is unfold while the other one is open. So you want to add half of the collar round you just measured, half of it right now, because the paper is folded into 2. So I'm just gonna divide the 18 and a half using my tape measure and find what the half measurement is. Right, that's the half neck measurement, and that is 9 and a quarter. I'm just gonna make sure I have enough paper to accommodate that. Then I'm gonna leave about 3 inches allowance, 3 to 4 inches for ease of drafting, because we'll use that in a minute. So right, now I'm gonna start the construction here. I want you to pay attention. First of all, I'm making sure the paper is straight. You want to make sure it's properly straight. Make sure it's straight. Grab your scissors and cut. And the next thing is to add 1 inch. 1 inch for your collar stand. Just make the marking right up to the 9 inches or whatever half of your collar round is. So this is 18.5 inches divided by 2, which is 9 and a quarter. So I'm just gonna make sure I have that 9 inches and a quarter, and I'm gonna make my marking, right, and grab my ruler and connect that with a straight line, right. So that's our collar stand drafted. So I'm just gonna connect those dots as well. Now I want to come in by 1 inch there. We're about to draft our collar fall. So come in by 1 inch and draft a curve, connecting it to the initial 9 and quarter. That's the collar stand there. Curve it in. You can use a curved ruler or draw it free-handedly. Now next stage, you want to draw the collar fall. You want to come up by 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches up, 1.5 inches up, and make the marking. Find the midpoint as well of the 9 and quarter. You want to find that midpoint and come up again by 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches up, make the marking. Then where you have that 1 inch that curved in for your stand, you want to go up by either 5 inches or 6 inches. It depends on your preference. And as well, you want to adjust your curve if you're not satisfied with the one you have before. Now we want to apply our collar fall. So I'll be going up by 5 to 6 inches. You can choose how many inches you want your collar to be. Before that, I want to make sure it's aligned horizontally properly before applying the inches. It depends how long you want your collar to be. You can take 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches. But I'm gonna go with 5. First of all, I marked 6, but I'm gonna come down and take 5 inches. It depends on your preference, like I said, whatever, how long you want your collar to be. You want to grab your ruler and from your 5 inches, you want to come sideways and extend it by 1 inch. On the side, extend by 1 inch like that. So we've gone back to our original 9 and quarter. Remember we took 1 inch off before. Now you want to connect all these dots together and draft your collar properly. You can make use of your free hand. You can use your curved ruler to achieve the color you want. So right from that point, I'm just gonna come down like that in a curve and connect the 1.5 to the other 1.5, then go up from there. If your curve isn't formed properly like you want, go ahead and give it a bit of a shape. Curve it out properly, free-handedly, or use your curved ruler to achieve the color you want. And this is it, guys, so easy and straightforward. You want to grab your ruler and connect from that curve on your collar stand right up to your collar fall, and that's the collar drafted. So easy. This is all we need for our collar. This is all done. And like I said, for your collar stand, you can adjust that curve, the way you want it. Grab your scissors and cut. This is what you would have if you cut both together, but you're still gonna cut again. Separate the collar stand from the collar fall, and that is what gives your collar that perfection. Using this pattern you've drafted for your collar, you want to cut 2 pieces of collar stand, 2 pieces of collar 4, 1 collar stand interfacing and 1 collar 4 interfacing. This is what your pattern should look like at this stage. Now, if you want to cut it on the fabric, you need to add half an inch sewing allowance all the way around. All the way around the collar stand and all the way around the collar fall. Half an inch all the way. I'm not cutting, but I've placed it on the fabric to show you what you need to do. Half an inch all the way because you need your seam allowance. That half an inch is your seam allowance. If you take a look at this, you have your interfacing and you have your half an inch seam allowance all the way around. So this is the reason why you need to add your seam allowance when cutting it on a fabric. Here I'm just gonna show you what the collar is gonna look like. Remember, the collar stand and the collar fall would have been stitched together before applying it on the neckline. Like I explained before, you can make your collar fall longer than 5 inches. You can go for 6 or 7 depending on your preference. This is what the collar should look like after stitching. Here the collar stand is inside the fabric. Normally it should be underneath the collar fall, right? But because of the way I've placed it, it isn't translucent, so you can see it on the other side. So I've placed it here so you can have an idea of what it will look like. Now we've come to the end of this tutorial. If this video has been helpful, guys, why don't you consider subscribing, press that notification bell and hit the like button. I'll see you in my next one. Till then, look after yourself and bye for now.